Alright, let us build the unit. This architecture was published in 2015, originally for medical image segmentation, and it became the standard in geospatial deep learning very quickly because it solves a problem that every segmentation model has to deal with. Here is the problem. To understand what's in an image, we need to compress it, go deep, lose spatial detail, learn abstract features. That's what a normal CNN does. But to say where things are, you need to spatial precision. We need to know exactly which pixel is the river and which is the road. You cannot do both at the same time with a normal CNN. The unit solves this by having two paths and connecting them. Look at the diagram. Left side goes down. That's the encoder. Bottom is the bottleneck. Right side goes up. That's the decoder. And those dashed horizontal lines, those are the skip connections, the magic ingredient. Every single block in the unit uses the same pattern. I call it DoubleConv. Two convolutional layers, each using a 3x3 kernel, each one followed by a batch normalization and ReLU. Let me explain the important details. Padding equal 1. This keeps the height and width exactly the same through every conv layer. Without the right padding, your feature maps with the shrink with every conv layer. Bias equal false. Batch norm already has its own learnable bias. Adding a separate one would be redundant. ReLU in place equal true modifies the tensor in place, saves GPU memory, save here because we do not need the pre-activation values again. That's two convs, batch norm, ReLU, used everywhere in the network. Now let us look at the forward pass. The encoder is a loop. For each level, we apply the DoubleConv block. We save the output, and then we apply MaxPool to halve the spatial size. Notice we save before the pooling. This is the skip connection. We are saving the full resolution features for later. The decoder is the reverse. For each level, we upsample using conv transpose 2D, which doubles the spatial size. Then we concatenate the saved skip tensor along the channel dimension. Then we apply DoubleConv. After concatenation, we have double the channel. The DoubleConv reduces them back down. Finally, the output hit, a 1x1 convolution. This maps from 64 feature channels to our number of plus at every single pixel. And one very important thing, no softmax on the output. Cross entropy loss in PyTorch applies softmax internally. If you add softmax yourself, it gets applied twice. Test the shape. Input is 2 by 3 by 64 by 64. Output should be 2 by 10 by 64 by 64 for batch, class, height, and width. If you see that shape, the model is correct. Now, here is an extension I want to show you, the attention unit. The standard unit passes every encoder feature to the decoder equally, even background noise, even irrelevant pixels. The decoder has to figure out what to ignore. The attention unit fixes this. It adds a small learned gate at each skip connection. The gate looks at what the decoder currently knows, the semantic context, and it looks at what the encoder saved, the spatial detail, and it produces an attention map, values between 0 and 1. High attention, keep this feature, low attention, suppress it. So the model learns to focus on the river pixels when it is trying to segment rivers and ignore the background. When should you use this? When you have thin features like rivers and roads. When class imbalance is severe. When your standard unit produces jagged or noise boundaries. Let's talk about loss functions. You have three good options. First, cross entropy loss. This is your safe default. Use it when classes are reasonably balanced. Includes softmax internally. Pass-through logits. Target must be integer in this, not one hot. Second, focal loss. Original design for object detection, but works beautifully for segmentation. The key idea, it downweights easy examples and focus training on hard, misclassified pixels. Imagine a pixel where the model is very confident it is forest. That pixel contributes almost nothing to the loss. But a pixel where the model is confused between highway and residential, that gets a high loss weight. The model is forced to focus there. Use this when minority class like highway are stuck at low IOU. Third, dice loss. This directly optimizes the dice coefficient, which is very close to IOU. Great for imbalanced datasets. My recommendation for most cases, combine cross entropy and dice. Something like loss equal cross entropy plus 0.5 multiplied by dice, based of both always. Now let us open the notebook and build this together.